What's up, everybody? Good to see you all again. Still inside, still safe, still trucking along. So this video is gonna be different than probably any other one you'll ever see on my page. But I got a text from a buddy of mine last week by the name of Andy Ford, or Andrew Ford Photography, if you will. So Andy wrote, "Hey man, wondering if you're willing to help me with a photo project idea." To which I responded, "Maybe. What'd you have in mind?" And he said, "You're gonna photograph me via Zoom. I'll set up my camera and tether to Capture One, share my screen with you so you can take control of the mouse. You'll tell me how to light, pose, etc. I'll move the lights around." It seems like an interesting idea. A little bit of a challenge almost. So I said, sure. And we set up a time and hopped on a call the other day and did just that. He actually reached out to me ahead of time and asked me what light modifiers I would want. And so figured we'd just keep it real simple and run with a Profoto B1 into a 1x4 gridded strip box. And Andy set up a background and had everything kind of ready to go by the time I got on the call with him. And what you're about to see is an unedited photo shoot. It's 40 something minutes of me and Andy via Zoom working through a shoot. And it was an interesting exercise in portraiture because there was a slight lag time, but that was the least of it. The most challenging part for myself was that Zoom doesn't broadcast in the most highest quality. And so it was hard to, make sure focus was spot on and make sure our coloring was spot on and all that kind of stuff. But I don't mind a good challenge. And it was a lot of fun and we got to hang out for a little bit and there's some pretty nice pictures. So without further ado, I'll let you watch the session. And if you get bored or antsy, just skip right to the end of the video and you can see the final finished photos. That's it. I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
All right, cool. We're recording.
Awesome. What's up? All right. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I'm David Patino. I'm here with
Andy Ford.
Andy Ford. I'm only here because of Andy Ford, because he called me and asked me to be here. So
that's true. I begged you, blackmailed you. I called in all the favors.
So what's the shtick? What are we trying to do here today?
Well, I was going to, have you take some portraits of me. You're in your studio in Stanhope.
Correct. I'm in Stanhope.
I'm in Wayne, New Jersey. So what are we, like 25 miles from each other?
Yeah, probably, anywhere between 30 minutes and 3 hours away from each other, depending on
time.
time.
So I was going to have you take a portrait of me, but you've got an abundance of guitars and a ukulele behind you. So I think we have a jam session now.
True. This is I'm in the recording studio right now because this is where I finally have like a monitor and a webcam and all that.
Dude, it's
all
awesome.
That good stuff. So this is interesting because I've never done this before. I actually just finished a shoot where we did it remotely, but I was in the room with the camera and the client was doing what I'm doing now, which was looking at the setup and kind of reviewing the files that were coming off of Capture. And so it was frustrating.
Yeah.
But it got the job done, and that's what's important. And so
and I think this is going to be really cool for product photographers, for the client to see it, but having you take my portrait would be really cool. And I'm going to swing this camera around. I'm already set up. We did pre-light and everything, so you guys don't have to see all that.
True.
We're in Zoom, and now I'm going to share my screen with David and have him take it over.
Awesome.
So share screen. There you go. Perfect. And then you just ask for remote access, David.
Yep.
Remote control access.
Request remote.
Cool.
Good.
Approve. All right. I'm going to jump in the chair.
Go for it.
Cool. You have control.
I am there.
All right. So you want to meter the light here?
Yeah, let's meter it out. So we took a couple of quick test shots just to see where we were at, but let's meter it for real and see what's going on. Let me know when you're cocked there.
I'm good, man.
All right. Cool.
All right. I'm at 4.0.
4.0. Okay. And I'm sitting at 6.3 right now. Let's do one more just for the fuck of it. Just make
sure.
See where this thing is.
Go for it.
Good.
Yep. 4.0.
Perfect. Okay. For some reason, I always meter twice.
I do.
For fear that I'm doing something wrong. So let's kick it up. Let's trust our meter and say it's going to be at 4 for now. We took a couple of quick test shots before we came online and just kind of rigged the light. They're dark and some of them are out of focus, but this is for real now. So let's go back to where we kind of were. I want your shoulders are going to be straight towards that light.
Okay.
And this is a 1x3, right? Grid?
1x4 gridded.
1x4 gridded strip.
Yes.
With I'm guessing you have a Profoto B something in there?
Profoto B1.
B1 in there. Cool. So we got plenty of power. This thing is super close to you. And despite our, what looks like a really nice tan backdrop, we're actually crushing it down to black, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So
I'm maybe a foot from the backdrop.
Only a foot. That's insane. Cool. Okay. So super controlled light that we got going on here. So, all right. So I think shoulders are going to go back towards that light.
Just to pan this over so everybody can see a little bit more. All right, cool.
Yeah, perfect. I would even swing your knees around a little bit more just so you're really faced in there. And then I'm going to have your face come all the way back across your shoulder. So you're going to look back across your right shoulder. Yep. And then I'm going to have you just kind of tilt your head a tiny, tiny bit to the left. Good. A little bit less. Cool. Right about there. And then looking back off. There you go. So let's just see what F4 looks like real quick. And
look at my lips there. Good one.
I caught you. Let's let this load in. Cool. Okay. Metered perfectly. I'm actually going to bring it down to 5 just because I want a little more mood out of it. And cool. Let's do one more here. Just a nice, simple, broad light. Let's see. Pop. Cool. So I'm shooting this slightly underexposed because I know what I want the final image to look like. And rather than pull a bunch of highlights and drop it, to be like half a stop under or one stop under, I'm just going to shoot it that way because sometimes it's fun to do that. And plus we're on a Nikon D850, so we have tons of information, tons of latitude, and if we did want to bring it back to 0, we could, but let's shoot with some intention here today. So, and I'm going to change my entire setup in one fell swoop here. So I'm actually going to have you spin your body around to the other side.
Okay.
Because I'm actually not a huge fan of the broad light. So same exact pose, just to the other side. I'm going to have you keep your shoulders away from the light. Now your face is going to go back into the light. We're still in the same kind of spot. Cool. And eyes are going to come right to the camera. I love where the face is at, though. Yeah, right about there. Eyes right to me. And let's do a shot. Here we go. Cool. Let's see what this looks like. This should be our nice, super moody. There we go. Cool. So I like this a lot better. I tend to like a short light anyway. And although the jacket is super cool, it was glaring off the light. And so it was just kind of, I was taken away from your face. And you have a pretty face, Andy. So let's
thank you.
Focus on that. You've managed to keep your hair trim and your beard trim throughout all of this quarantine business.
This is the longest my beard's been ever.
Really?
Beard, and I brush my hair. It is not trimmed. It's nuts. I usually wear hats all the time.
I was gonna say I've been in a hat.
I did it up for you, Dave.
Cool. So let's do one more. I'm gonna have you look straight back towards the light. Your eyes are not gonna be to the camera this time. Okay. Good. Right about there. Perfect. Super serious. No smile. Let's do one there, and you can do one more. I'm gonna have you take your head even a little bit more of that towards that light. Really stretch you out. That's cool. Just like that. Okay. Nice. So that first one is super cool because now we're getting a little bit of light. There we go. I love the second one. Getting a little bit of light back into the right, your right eye, which is away from, but we can still kind of see that like you're a dude with a good face. And let's just zoom in here a little bit. Just want to see. Cool. So this looks, I'm pretty stoked about this actually. Nice. Nothing too hot. Cool. Let's zoom out of here. Good. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have you spin straight in towards camera.
Okay.
It's funny how much shooting online like this slows you down.
It's a little laggy, but it's, what is it, like a second delay?
Not even. Yeah, not even. It's funny because like I would have normally shot like 3 shots of you at a time, but now I'm going to take 1 at a time and really look at it. So,
I mean, the light will keep up.
Hell yeah.
you should be able to change it and capture to continuous mode.
Yeah, that's too much. I can't go through that many photos.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so straight to camera here. I'm actually going to have you can cross one leg over the other, however you're comfortable, either way.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So even though this is like a big thing for me, even though we're literally chest up on you, having you sit kind of like that is making your body, your posture and your shoulders do a lot of different things, which is something I'm huge on. So even though like your legs aren't in camera and it really doesn't matter what they look like, the way that I'm going to position you actually is going to make you carry yourself up top a little bit differently. And so that's kind of something that I try to really focus in on a lot when I'm doing, headshots and or just like, chest up stuff with people. So yeah, you immediately kind of put your shoulders back and sat up because you now have to balance yourself on that Apple box, I think, that you're sitting on. So
yes,
don't fall over. But cool. So actually, and great. What I'm gonna have you do is bring your was that right hand over on top of your left hand.
It's my right.
Yep.
On my left.
You got it. Just like that. Cool. Just kind of tightens your body up a little bit, and then I'm gonna have you swing your head to your left. Good. A little bit less. Split the difference. Come back. Good. Eyes right to me for this one. Cool. And you got it. Nice and relaxed. Good. So no smile, but you can kind of relax your mouth. Perfect. Eyes right to me. And nice. Love how we're chin down a little bit here. Cool. Chin down even a little bit more. Yep. Good. Eyes right to camera. And then head is going to tilt to your left a tiny bit. Yep. Perfect. So what makes this doable and easy is that, Andy, you actually understand the words tilt, turn, up, down. Most people, when you say tilt, they have no idea which way they're going. So this is going to work. Cool. I am digging on this kind of stuff. Nice. Let me just scroll back real quick and see. I'm actually going to mark because I do enjoy the last one. And there was one up here. I love this. This is super cool. And even that's cool. Good eyes on that one. Yeah. I mean, these weren't bad. These open shots. I really prefer you into the light.
And, before I forget, I'm going to record some video on my phone so people can see what I'm seeing from this end here.
Cool. So let's do this. Do me a favor. I'm actually gonna. Can we zoom in a little bit on that? I think we're running a 24 to 105. You said.
Yeah, I'm at about 70.
About 70. So let's come up to 90.
Okay.
Oddly enough, this is like.
That should be about there.
Sure, close enough. So I'm really good at 90 because that's the lens I use for nearly everything. I have a 150 millimeter on medium format, which translates to about a 90. So like this feels and looks very comfortable to me. I can totally get on board.
My center, do I need to repan the camera at all? Or?
No, actually, you can leave it because the headroom that we have is perfect right now. What I do want you to do is just shuffle your butt like 3 inches to the right.
So I'm a little bit farther from the light? Okay.
Yeah, just a tiny, tiny bit. Good, just like that. Cool. So just like the frame that's up on the screen right now is perfect for me. We've got a little bit of chest. We're actually giving you a tiny bit of a haircut, which I just kind of prefer in a photo. It looks a little more, it's kind of that cinematic type crop.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to say that, but it's kind of what it is. Cool. And then what I'm going to have you do is you're going to cross your legs back up again.
Sure.
And I'm going to have you kind of lean forward a tiny bit though. Perfect. Just like that. Love that. Looking straight into the camera, chin down a tiny, tiny bit. And let's do a shot here. Boom. Let's let this come up.
And hopefully that didn't change focus.
Let's check it out real quick. You let me know because I'm a little little pixelated from the internet here, but how's that looking?
It is slightly off, so
okay, cool.
I'm gonna throw that tripod back in and
perfect.
Recatch.
Yeah, let's do that, and then
just because.
Plus, we're down to 5 now, so.
Yeah. So you're gonna lose control of the camera really quick.
Cool.
So catch focus there. All right, plug it back in. It's funny, I'm not sure why the autofocus isn't catching.
Yeah, it's pretty buggy, I found.
It could just be because we're tethered and going live and doing all that.
Could be. There's a lot happening today.
There's a lot going on, but I tested the other day and it worked fantastic.
All right. We'll make do. Good. Let me just quick test shot real quick. Good. And let's just check, make sure that we are in focus so we don't throw all this away. Cool. And yeah, much better, right?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So just as you are, I love that. Chin's gonna come way down. Good. And then stick your forehead out towards the camera just a little bit. Cool. Just like that, we're gonna do one right here. And boom. And then I'm gonna you're gonna unzip that jacket. Don't worry, I'm not getting fresh with you.
You can.
Cool. And then I'm actually going to have you with your left hand, just reach up and grab right above where the zipper is. You're going to kind of grab onto the jacket itself though. Yeah, perfect. Good. And slide your hand down a little bit so it's right on top of the zipper. Good. Right about there. Just like you're barely going for it. And you're going to put the chin back down again. Forehead comes towards me. Good. Like you don't give a shit about anything. That's the look I want. There we go. And boom. Good. Chin down even a little bit more. Cool. Let's do one here. And nice. Good. And then I'm going to have you look down to your right. Perfect. Again, forehead comes out a little bit. Nice. That's perfect. Good. And then bring your eyes right to me without moving anything else. There we go. Cool. And then you can drop that hand off the jacket.
Let's see that one again.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Nice. One more right there. Bring the chin back to me a little bit. Good. Cool. Relax for just a second. Nice. Let's let these load in. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So this is like this is tough because you and I are obviously far apart. So I don't know what the color actually looks like on this. I'm thinking that like white balance wise and all that, we look pretty good, right?
Yeah, I have a color checker. We can pop that in there.
We could if you want, yeah. On my end, your skin is looking just a tiny bit red, but it's not.
Skin is red though.
Cool. Let's just nice. Mark this and always got to have the crazy face behind the color checker. Cool. There he is. Awesome. So let's come off here. 132. Good. All right. Cool. And then.
Yeah, it should be closer to daylight. I believe that's what ProPhoto.
We're at 5611, so that's right about on.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's kind of where mine go to. I'm just gonna real quick copy that white balance, and we can zoom out here. Let's just cool. And too far. Good. part of the reason I love working in Capture One is that you can apply adjustments as you're going to everything. And so we don't have to, we can make sure that all these pictures end up looking the same with all the adjustments that we're placing on them. So we just a little bit of white balance. I would actually, if you don't mind, I would come in real quick because I kind of do this with everybody. And that would be to, what version of Capture are you running? 20, the new one, right?
20.
Cool. It's funny, yours is set up different than mine. So if we did come in, let's do this. Just real quick, I would do a quick skin tone adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna grab up here, that looks about right. And I'm just gonna pull back tiny bit, usually somewhere between like 3 and 5. Not 29. 2.5. There we go. Just a little bit of that, and then I'm just a tiny, tiny bit of this, somewhere around there, just to even everything out a little bit. You actually have really good skin. It's not an issue. So, but what I love about this is that every shot we take from here on out will have all of these adjustments applied to it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Capture One. So cool. I think what I'm going to have you do is cross your arms up. Nice. And then you are going to lean forward a tiny, tiny bit. Nice. Just like that. Perfect. Again, so arms are not even in the shot, but by crossing them, it's bringing your shoulders in a little bit. It's kind of tightening everything up.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives us a little bit of a different look. And let's go back to the camera here. Cool. Looking right to camera. Perfect. Let's see what this looks like. Awesome. And then we're going to do one more, same exact pose with the arms crossed, but I'm going to have you turn your face directly towards the light. So almost in profile. That's cool. Just like that, actually. Good. Let's see what this does. Awesome. I like this. It's good. I love having, like, when people say like, oh, put the light close to the face, like this is my wheelhouse. Like having a light within like 1.5 feet of a subject's face to me produces just stunning stuff like this. And especially with the gridded softbox though.
Yeah.
Just, kind of preventing all that fault. You really end up with like a true strip of light firing off at, directly at your subject. So let's do this. I'm actually going to have you swing your butt around so your knees are pointed directly at that light. You're staring straight at it. Good. And perfect. So you're probably looking, if you look straight at that light, you should be looking kind of right down the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me just take a quick test here and see. There we go.
Yeah, it's about 90 degrees to me, just feathered straight in front.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to have you can do two things. Either you can slide your Apple box towards the camera, or I'm going to have you push the light back a little bit. I almost want the light to be slightly behind you.
So push it closer towards the...
towards the backdrop.
Okay, I'm going to move that way the focus doesn't
Perfect.
change. About what, like 6 inches?
Yeah, I would get it way back there. That's cool. Because
Okay.
if it starts to fall onto the backdrop, I'm okay with that. This is kind of a new setup almost.
Okay, so now it's like directly, it's not behind me, but I can angle it behind me.
Yeah, so you can actually probably angle it a little bit so it's hitting more of the backdrop. Let's see. I really want to get like the back of your face lit. I want to see a little bit of this backdrop, and I want to just have that nice rim kind of come off your profile, your nose, your chin, and all that. So let's just take a quick test here and see. Probably going to have to move some settings around, but okay, cool. I love what's happening here. I am going to stop this down a tiny bit. Let's actually go to 5.6 should be good. Cool. And good. So swing your knees around so your whole body is facing that light. Yeah.
Arms crossed.
Arms crossed. Love that. And then your right shoulder can kind of open up a little bit towards camera.
Good. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
your right shoulder can open up towards camera a bit. Good, just like that. Face stays over there. Cool, and let's see. Good, super serious, no smile. Here we go. Beautiful. Do me a favor real quick, because I'm running on internet, obviously, but how much of that backdrop are we seeing here? It looks like we've seen a fair amount now, or is it still pretty dark?
I mean, it's still pretty dark, but we're seeing it a little bit.
Cool. So we're seeing a little bit of the texture in it, but not really right, all the color and stuff. Perfect. That's where I wanted to be.
I mean, I could pull it back a little bit more so you can see a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I kind of dig it where it is. I love it. I can see like a bit of that, gradient and it's
angle
falling off real quick. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Same kind of thing. And let's see. So, tell you what, scoot your butt 6 inches towards the light. Yeah, bring it a little bit closer. We're going to stop this down a little bit more. Good. Here we go. I actually just like this framing. I like that you're really close to the edge and you've got all of this negative space behind you. I'm kind of a fan of that. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And if we were shooting an ad, we'd have tons of place for text. So cool. Let's do one more. I'm gonna have you chin down. Good. Eyes to camera. Yeah, and you can bring your chin around a little bit. Good. Right about there. That's perfect. Don't move a thing. Nice. Good. So one last change I would make, and then I would shoot this for real, which would be, is there any way that we can raise the strip box up about 1.5 feet?
Sure.
I want most of this light to sail past your face, over the top, underneath, whatever. And so I just want to kind of grab, yeah, that should be perfect. Kind of want your face to be right in that lower corner there. Yeah, that's.
So my nose is like right here.
That's perfect. So what's going to happen here is most of this light's going to go over your head. And what we're just catching is the very, what I would like to call the softest part of it, which comes off that bottom rim, or the top rim. And because that grid's on there, we should actually catch a little bit less on your jacket now.
Mm-hmm.
So, which was that distracting thing that I had before. So let me just see real quick. Let's do almost exact same pose as the last one. So face to me. Good. Eyes right into the camera. And cool, here we go. That's nice. Looking right here. Boom. Bring your chin around a little bit more, actually. Good. Even more. So your chin is straight into the camera. There we go. And because we moved everything, we have to open up a bit here. So let's do this. Although I will say this, that dark picture is quite cool.
It is.
There we go. So I'm real quick. I'm just going to kind of go back here. What happened was the shot prior. Oops. Here we go. So we had a lot of highlight down here on your jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And by raising that light up, we've raised the highlight up. And so now we just have like a really nice fall off. So now most of it, I felt like back here, the bulk of the light was right here on your cheek.
Yep.
And then there's a lot down here and it was falling off real quick up top. And now we've shifted so the light's up higher. So it's coming from more of a downward angle. We've lost down here. So this falls into darkness, follows everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got a little bit of highlight because you are wearing leather. So it's going to shine no matter what. But this just feels better to me, I think. This is an okay shot, but you're almost being lit from underneath. And that's kind of a no-no in most areas. So
Yeah.
But this is cool. I like where this is going. So let's fine tune this.
Okay.
So I like where you're at. I'm going to have you lean in a tiny bit towards camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I'm going to contort the hell out of you. So your shoulders are going to be as far to the light as you can at this point. So yeah, right about there. And then bring your chin back towards camera. Good. And then chin drops down a little bit. Forehead comes to me. Good. Chin comes up a bit. And cool. Chin up a tiny, tiny bit. Here we go. Let's do this one. And then I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to have you leave everything where it is. Just take your eyes and look off camera right. So towards the laptop, I guess where that is. Let's see. Good. Just like that. And let's do one more here. Let me see what this looks like real quick. Good. And then lean back a tiny, tiny bit. Should not have had you lean forward. Good. And one more, eyes right to camera. There we go. Cool. Nice. So obviously this is like super moody and not everybody's cup of tea, but but I like it. I like what's happening here.
Yeah, I do too, because I can see it from here.
Yeah.
I like it was really dark before also. When
totally.
we first changed this.
It was. It was super dark. And we're
like F5, 6 almost.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And we could. I mean, you know, we could play with this. Capture has a lot of latitude in it for us to move stuff around. But what's notable here is that you're also sitting in a very well lit room at this point.
Yes.
From what it looks like over here, and we're still able to control the hell out of it by bringing our ISO way down. We're at pretty much at max sync speed, and we're just kind of controlling really everything. Even though I'm guessing you're in like a fully daylit room, it looks like.
I have the window open across from me just to get some breeze in here.
Yeah. Cool. I'm always still to this day dumbfounded when I'm in a fully brightly lit room and I'm able to make something like this, and I always think like, photography is cool.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Cameras are fun. Cool. So let's do one more shot if you don't mind here.
Not at all.
What I would do is, if you can stand up, I'm going to have you bring that softbox more towards camera, probably like 45 degrees in between camera and where it is now.
Okay, so pretty much right where the tripod is. Awesome.
Yep, there you go.
You want it still close to me, or?
You can bring it back a little bit, probably like 3 feet or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you can tilt the softbox so that the top is more towards the camera than the bottom. There we go.
Tilt it.
Rotate the softbox so that the top is kind of more towards the camera side. Yep, just like that. Perfect.
Okay.
And then we're just catching a little bit of it in frame, so you might have to pull it up.
Lift it up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can lift it up like maybe 2 inches. It should go away. Cool, perfect. All right. So my hope here is to produce an entirely different looking image without changing anything except for the position of the light. So what I'm hoping that happens now, and what should happen, is that we're going to start to light up the backdrop. We're going to see more of the backdrop. We're also going to cast a shadow onto the backdrop, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. So let me just do a quick test and see where we're at, and then we can kind of adjust.
Sorry, I looked up.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. As long as you're sitting there, we'll be all right. Great. Okay, cool. Totally different feel than what we were just doing. Looks good though. I kind of dig this actually. And let me just see. We're still in focus, right?
We should be.
Should be. Looks pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? We're good. Cool. And for anybody listening, the trick to having out of focus pictures is just to show them smaller. So here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to have you bring shoulders straight to camera. Good, just like that. And actually, you're going to shift your butt probably 2 inches to your right, just so I can get your full body in here. Good. And that was at 4.5. Actually, I'm kind of okay with where that is. So let's do this. Let's unzip the jacket just a tiny bit. I want to see some of that t-shirt. You can actually probably unzip it a lot of bit, only because, yeah, that's cool. Just like that. I want this to feel totally different. I want this to feel brighter. I want you to look healthy, and you have nice blue eyes that we're going to show off here with all this kind of muck around it that we're creating. So let's see if we bring a little white t-shirt in, things will look better. Cool. Let's take a quick test again. And
you're quick, man. I can wet my lips without you firing it off.
There we go. Perfect. I like this though. This is good. So I think hands down at your side, or maybe even in the pockets of the jacket.
Okay.
Yeah. And cool, because that kind of pulls all the leather nice and taut. And then I think I like that. You were just looking off to the computer. Go back there. Good. And then let's do a shot like this. Good. Point your chin right at the computer. And then perfect. And then eyes come right back to me. Good. Don't even move a thing. So totally different shot, much more broad lit. I love that we got enough light pouring in on the right side of your face here. We can see that right eye. And I always attribute that to the angle on the softbox, because we're actually tossing a little bit of light up into the top left side of the frame here. So let's shoot this for real. Let's do a few here. You just fixed, I think you fixed everything. Let's see. Eyes right into camera. Good. Let's see this come up.
I need to fix my t-shirt.
I think so. I wanted to see if that was, yeah, it's kind of fixed in this one. I'll just pull it down nice and taut. Good. So yeah, chin straight towards the computer, eyes right back over here, and then bring your forehead towards this camera. Good, just a tiny, tiny bit. That's perfect. Don't change a thing. Good. So you're looking right into the lens, correct?
Correct.
Good. I want you to look at the bottom of the lens.
Okay.
That's it. Eyes are just going to be slightly down. Cool. Let's see. And nice. Chin comes up a tiny, tiny bit. Good. I do a lot of like this micro movement stuff where it's like, nope, a little bit of chin that way, a little bit of chin that way. And I feel like that's the trick between really great images and just okay images. It's like that. It could be like that fraction of an inch where it's just like, yep, that's the best looking spot. So I think.
Yeah, it's also being part of your process on this side.
Totally. I just like these are, I don't mind these, like with your chin down. I think they're cool. I don't know. I just feel like we open your neck up a little bit. You're sitting up a little bit taller, a little bit straighter. You look a little bit more in control. A little bit more of a power position, if you will. So that's cool though. Yeah, let's do one more here. So looking right to me. Good. And showing off the new beard, of course.
Got it. Got it.
Perfect. And good. I like the smile. Let's keep it. Let's end on a happy note here. Let's see what we got. Boom. Because there's nothing cooler than a moody shot with a good smile. Good. And there we go. Let's rock one more. Looking right to me. Cool. I'm going to shoot this again. Nice. Relax for a second. We got one squinty one, and the last one should be pretty damn good. That's cool. There's our guy. You didn't look at the lens. Here we go. Looking right to me. Perfect. And then turn your chin towards camera just a tiny, tiny bit. Great. Just like that. Here we go. We can do one there.
Am I looking at the lens or below the lens?
Right into the lens now, I think.
Yeah.
Good. There we go. Let's see what this last one looks like. There we go. That's our guy. Cool. I'm digging on that one for sure. I still love that. That's cool. I always, first of all, like 90% of what I shoot is tethered, and it's just, for me, it's just like it's part of the editing process, and it happens all at the same time. It's just
like instant gratification.
Yeah, pretty much, and especially like we were saying with capture, like there are times where I'll go in and like we're running like a million adjustments so that it really looks kind of what the final image is going to look like. And that's a big thing for clients to be able to like see it on the fly and go like, yep, this is
so here
what the final's going to look like,
So just to show, I'm shooting to a hard drive here.
Yeah, show this off.
I will try to rotate. Tell me if I'm
cool.
So that's what it looks like. So, hey Dave, why don't you pop one off with the computer here?
Pop one here.
There we go. That'll be like the shot. But that's what I'm seeing, at least on my end.
Cool. So you're just at home, right?
I'm in my office. Yeah.
There you go, man. In the office, chilling out. And your office, let's just go through this, because your office is what, maybe 12 feet by 12 feet or something like that? It's a pretty... Yeah?
Yeah. It's, I'd say it's like 10 by 9, maybe.
10 by 9. Okay. So it's, kind of like a standard second bedroom almost.
It was a bedroom that I converted to an office. I have, a hanging light.
And what, regular like 8 foot, 9 foot ceiling, nothing
crazy? 8 foot ceiling. I have an exercise bike over here.
Yeah, I can see it on the camera.
Yeah.
So we're still able to produce.
Bike. I got like weights, a weight bench. So I mean, this room is filled.
Yeah.
You can say I got stuff up, like lighting up top, track lighting, which was in there.
Cool. So despite the size of the room, though, we're still able to make like a really controlled light shot.
Yeah. One of the big things I did was I painted the walls kind of a gray, a neutral gray color.
Smart.
So we can technically color balance on that, but just to darken it down a little bit.
Yeah, it helps from everything bouncing around, and
Yeah.
It worked out well, and I think for these shots it actually worked out pretty well, because we kicked all that light across your face, and there probably was a fair amount bouncing back from that gray wall. Not as much, obviously, if it were.
On my side, there's a white thing covering the window.
There you go. Okay, cool. So so that helps out with kind of like filling in the shadow there and all that. We could have obviously done it with foam core or V flat or.
Yeah, I had some V flat world V flats here as well.
Cool. Yeah, big fan of that stuff, man.
Yeah, you can actually see them probably right behind me, right behind the thing, that white board there. Yeah.
There you go. But cool. Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta be honest, for being remote and not being able to actually hold and move stuff, this turned out better than I thought it was going to.
That's what a couple people have been telling me. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It
feels like you're right here in the room with me.
Totally. And honestly, it's funny because like clicking this button on Capture One, like that's how a lot of my product stuff gets done. I don't even touch the camera most of the time. I'm just, controlling everything off of Capture. So this actually feels really, really comfortable to me. Like managing a live view and just, clicking off here. Like, cause even on my camera, like I even pull focus out of Capture One.
Yeah. You have the phase, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a perfect little marriage there, but yeah, this is my home. This panel right here is.
Yeah, that's cool. I know with this, I don't know what this little thing does.
That's for if you can, what do you call it? If you can pull focus, that's actually like it's like a focus map only. It kind of shows you areas of high contrast and lets you really kind of hone in, especially if you're doing like macro stuff.
Oh, really? So if I'm here, it's not letting me, it's not pulling that, right?
So you can see, so when it turns fully orange, that's letting you know that it's thinking that it's got it. It's got focus there. If you move forward or backward, you'll see that, there you go. It starts to get less orange. Those lines start to decrease. And so that's letting you know that it's not in that area. Gotcha. There's a whole video online about it. I don't understand it as well as I should probably, but the cool thing is you can use it, and you can use multiple boxes. You can actually have, I think,
more than one, yeah,
at a time. So you can kind of check focus in different areas of the shot if you want. But
cool.
You know, for shooting people, it's a little hard. But
yeah, of course.
But yeah, man, that was cool though. So here's the big question though: is who gets to process the images?
Yeah, man, I can. Well, I was thinking about doing this. It was just throwing it into like Dropbox, or I mean, if I had an FTP site, it would automatically go there.
Cool.
It'd be awesome. But I could just drop a bunch of net files in.
Awesome. Let's do this. Let's. I marked a few that I like. If you can get those in, and then I'd love to see how you edit compared to how I edit. I think that'd be kind of cool though. Like taking the same image and having two guys.
Oh yeah, here. Let's take a look at
their spin on it.
The ones you selected.
That's hysterical. I did not know you could do that in Capture One.
Really?
I swear to God, I've never.
Yeah.
I love watching other people work for this very reason. Is that I've never in my life thought to click there and do that.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple cool ones. Yeah.
Funny.
I mean, you know me, man. I like black and white.
Yeah.
And I'll go through some other ones, but
definitely, yeah. Pull a few
something that I would easily just do, and like here, we'll just dig that one.
I like that a lot.
I think I might black and white here. I mean, it doesn't need much.
No, it's pretty well.
You know, and then I have some style packs too, which I bought.
Oh, cool.
Which I mean, you just go over.
Oh, nice. Now, are these Capture One packs or are these?
I forget where I bought this one, but I mean, I kind of like that.
Nice.
This one, Africa APX 100.
Very cool.
It's kind of where
I like that.
Where I like to be, and then just copy and.
Yeah, I love the style packs in Capture One, like especially if you're like just trying to get a quick, quick feel for something. Somebody's like, well, what would it look like in black and white? And you want to, give it a polished look. You could obviously just hit the black and white button, but these are a little more polished off and have some more settings in on.
Oh man, I am going bald there.
Time to put the hat back on.
Time to put the hat back on, indeed.
Too funny.
That looks cool. Yeah, so I'll give him a quick call through.
Yeah. Send them over, and I'm gonna pop through them tonight and edit a few out. And
yeah, I dig that one.
That's cool. I do like that.
Oh, so we're all the way back to the beginning again. I mean, I like them. I like a lot of them.
I still like that. Yeah, that's cool. That kind of stuff. I do this thing when I'm editing all the time where like my first call will be, pretty large usually. There's a lot of images I like, and you start kind of narrowing it down into like, well, it's not a bad shot, but compared to this shot, it's not as cool, and that's the.
Yeah.
All that.
I keep coming back to this one here.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. This one's cool.
I like that. I love that. That's cool. Nice.
And then, obviously, you know about the dual select, right?
Yeah.
Selected. Why is it not? Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Cool. A little more eyes than the one on the right.
Yeah.
Man, I can go either way though, actually.
I think I like this one more personally.
Yeah.
So I'll downgrade that one to a 4. I'll send you like all the 5s.
Cool. Definitely, man.
I'll hold on to that one for you.
That one? Always got to keep that one. Actually, you know what? Do me a favor. Go back up. Keep going. All right. That one, 1668.
This one?
Yeah, do me a favor. Mark that one.
You got it?
That one's going to be cool.
So there's a lighting change.
No, I like that. I like 1672.
167?
1672.
That one right there?
Yeah, I actually like that a lot.
You got it.
Now, so that's funny. So that was one of the ones where we kind of lit up more of your jacket.
Yep.
But I would you know, I wouldn't throw that out because of that. I would probably just go into capture, use an adjustment layer, and, you know, pull down the bottom third of that shot. And away we go. You know, I mean, there's no sense in throwing it away. I think that's still a pretty cool shot because your face looks good, eyes look good. You know, I would keep it based on that. So
yeah, I think that one. I like how moody this one is. This is where we. I think we were at like 5.6 or 6.3, and then you moved it to 4.5.
Yep. Yeah, but that's cool. It helps that you know how to pose yourself too.
Yeah, somewhat. All right, cool. So here's the 5 that we selected because we've been through those. That one, I keep going back to that one, man. I think that's
right.
That's 1650.
Yeah, I do like that. I don't like that one anymore.
No.
It's funny how you get, you know, once you start looking at stuff, you start to rethink it all. That's actually, I'll be honest, we probably ripped like 60 shots. I think you had 70 in the folder altogether. So I probably took like 50 to 60. And we got 13 that we're kind of excited about. That's
12.
Take rate.
Because of the color check.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
But still, that's a good day.
Yeah.
I get stoked when I get one. So
yeah. I'm digging these headshots too.
Definitely. Yeah, those are really cool. Nice.
All right.
I mean, I can't wait to dig into these. These are gonna be fun to edit out. And
yeah, I'm just stoked about this one, 1650.
Definitely.
Let's just see what it looks like, kind of black and white.
That's cool.
It's pretty sweet. All right, man. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, this was.
I gotta shoot you next time.
Definitely. That'll. We can do the exact same setup. It'll be perfect.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sweet. Well, shit, man. Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
This was.
Amazing.
All right, dude.
All right, brother.
I'll catch you. Everybody, thanks for sticking with us. I'm not sure how long we've been recording for. Probably a good while.
I think about 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a real photo shoot.
It was.
What they call it, the new normal, right? The new normal photo shoot.
Yeah. This is awesome, dude.
Right on, man.
All right. I will. I think I have your email. If not, just text me, and I'll drop these. I'll pop these into Dropbox right now.
All right, sweet. I'll bounce you an email right now. I'm about to hop on the phone, but I'll send them over, and I'll get these done tonight and send them right back so you can get this shit up online whenever you want.
Sweet, dude.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much.
All right.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
There we go. That's staying in the video.